Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Jose Loves MMA. I'm coming out and coming back with another early prediction for the card for January 11th next month, UFC Fight Night. On this card, in this video, we're covering Andreas Gustafson against Preston Parsons. Andreas Gustafson is from Sweden, 33 years old. He has an 11-2 record, and Preston Parsons has an 11-5 record. He's 29 years old. Keep that in mind. My dog's barking like crazy right now. But Parsons is 29 years old, 4 years younger fighter. 33 isn't a bad age, though, I will say, for Gustafson. I can tell you that Andreas is coming off of a win in the Contender Series where he did get a finish, and the guy he came in there against is some tall, lanky dude. Look like he's can get finished anytime. One of those guys that look like he can get finished, and that's what happened. From what I see, Andreas Gustafson hasn't fought anybody special. He hasn't fought any crazy competition. He does have only two losses compared to Preston Parsons' 5. But even the wins that this guy has, I don't think they're too impressive. I don't really see him going against anybody. Yes, this guy is just coming off the Contender Series, so we're not going to know too much about him. But I could tell you, there's enough to where this guy isn't looking too impressive. His record looks better than Parsons, but I'll tell you, Parsons is a 29-year-old fighter. He can wrestle. He can stand. He's I feel like the more complete fighter, more aggressive fighter. He has big wins in his career. He's lost more times. He's 11-5, but his losses come to Mike Perry. You got Trevin Giles by split decision. You have Oben Elliott, which is a prospect right now for the UFC. So, that loss by decision doesn't look too bad. Oben Elliott is coming off a knockout on Hafez. So Oben Elliott is looking good, and he has some good wins, Preston Parsons. He has Ignacio Bahamondes, which is a UFC fighter. He fought him earlier in the career. He has him as a win. He has Evan Elder, beat him when Evan Elder was 7-0. He's a UFC fighter as well. He's beat Matthew Semmelsberger. He's beat a few people. Like, this guy's 11-5, but has actually been fighting good competition, you could say, for being a younger fighter himself and not too established. But I think, man, hopefully the plus money comes in on Parsons because he happens to have the 11-5 record. I don't think so. It should be even odds, but look for Preston Parsons to get this win, man. This dude, Preston Parsons, you could say, like, the UFC knows this guy has some skill. He's not going to be anything special, but he's good enough to where, they could get this guy a few wins and give him to a better fighter instead of this guy. I don't know. Early prediction, Preston Parsons comes away with the victory, though.